They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Well, for years we thought Seattle was the Pacific Northwest. Not anymore. NFL football has arrived here in Anchorage, and folks in these parts are understandably beyond excited to see just what the future holds. From the 38 now, here's second down at 7.
Come on.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Cup 19. Buffalo 18.
Richardson shotgun on third down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Once again, it's Genty.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now third down and 7.
Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Below Nichols in there to take him down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown!
Ken Walker, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Huskies will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7, Dolphins nothing.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Jackson will try and set up the screen to Genty.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
3rd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A run straight ahead with Genty. Taken down at the 42. When you look at this defense,
well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Here's 2nd and 7. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you just throw in the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. James Pierce in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there without time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
18, ready. 18, here we go. Set.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it.
Looking long for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Brian Thomas,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a 2nd and 10. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. 4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3.
Jackson. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Myers. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
126 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
At the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Open man right side, Myers. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Cavity Lions! Cavity Lions!
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
That's taken in by Franklin.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 48-yard line.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's second and 8.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Jackson going to keep it.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Genty is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Loss of 2. Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of piling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Hey, Alpha,
Throwing is Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. To throw is Jackson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Seven Pirates. Warriors, 70 Timber.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Anchorage. First down.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will.
Now it's Richardson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him right now because they're trailing.
Yeah,
they've got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy,
73 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
Dolphins 7. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Richardson, as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That will go for 7 yards.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Buffalo 18.
3rd and 3.
Now Richardson.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Ready? Cougar 19.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now it's Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy the defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
That is incomplete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we've got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
A give out of the gun to Genty.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
152 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready.
They're going right back to Walker.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Kenneth Walker,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Huskies have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And maybe a wrench thrown to the operation there. The snap wasn't great, and this kick is pulled. It's no good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
47-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ken Walker, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, it's Genty. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Jackson.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. On the draw, Gainwell. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Jackson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
If there was any thought that this thing would turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson.
He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Ready.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to 25 there. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And Walker once more.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
On the ball, now.
17 more yards. That's another.
18 Cardinal.
First down. First and
Drop
goal at
50,
the
drop
8-yard
50.
line.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts from 8 yards out. And the Huskies look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He'll get that complete to Franklin.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
And second down.
Hey, move.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Dolphins on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Jackson from the shotgun.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through the drop-in for the 7th time this game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Cavity Lion. Ready, ready.
Running right, here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Now he'll tuck this and run. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Richardson looking to throw. That's caught left side, and tight end Pitts.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Jackson. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 6-yard line.
Here we go, Petty. Ready? Count.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60.
Richardson to throw off play action. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. This is taken deep in their territory. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ready?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
19 Lions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the zone read, a give to Jersey.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Jackson.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Come on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now.